So today I decided to pay rent instead of getting my nails done. Cause why are nails 150 bucks? That is literally my grandma's insulin. Okay, so y'all should tell me where you're from, which state you're in, and how much you pay for your nails, because I swear these nail techs aren't just securing the bag. They're literally saving up for the next recession. So today we're actually doing hard gel on paper forms. And I know, I get it. I know for a fact that there are much easier way to do your nails. But you know, we all love a little challenge, you know? Like, I truly think that that's what God put me in this earth for. Kind of like how I thought that I was put here to save that conservative, drunk white boy that just got out of a long-term relationship. Yeah. Okay, anyways, let's ruin my life or potentially put my nail tech out of business. Who knows? So I'm gonna switch you guys to this angle. I know the tan was just a filter. I'm actually pale.
Guys, it was all a lie. She lied.
This is the skin of a killer, Bill.
But honestly though, it's kind of giving like Megan Fox or something. But like anyways, I switched you guys over here because I'm gonna be using this camera right here. Oh my gosh, look. Ooh. That is rough. Okay, I'm overstimulated for whatever reason. Okay, so the first thing that we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be removing our little crooked nails. So this is what I currently have, and I know what the heck is that? So these are all Gel X. These three are Gel X along with this one, but this one's hard gel. So we're gonna be removing them. Tell me this is not a complete representation of my mental health at the moment. You're gonna need a dust collector. Actually, this is optional, but I feel like you guys should actually invest in one of these because this helps with dust so much. I mean, if you want to pull off like lung problems, then maybe you shouldn't get it, but next is you also want to have an electric e-file. I have this one from Marathon. This one's really popular in Russia and Korea, I think. This is by Seyang, but literally this one's so good. You can use one by Melody Susie. Okay, so the first thing that I'm gonna do actually is I'm going to trim out the Gel X. Okay, so we have trimmed them successfully. This is actually the type of nail that we're going for, like just those flakes, periwinkly, sparkly, sunshine sparkle faces. It's me, Mother Sparkles. If you get the reference, you're a diva. Okay, so after that, I'm just gonna be removing these gemstones because I don't want to drill them using my bit. Okay, so the bit that we're going to be using for removal is this one by Melody Susie. It's the green one, which is like the extra coarse, I think. I put it all the way up to like 30 or something. Okay, a little bit of a reminder. Be mindful of where your drill bit's direction is going because that's gonna end up happening, I guess. Let's put it on reverse this time.
Hey, voiceover Zen here. I'm just gonna let you know what type of direction I'm going to based on what you're seeing. So this is actually reverse direction. This one is forward direction. Forward as well, but a bit dusty. Also, I have to let you guys know, hard gel does not soak off. This is the only finger though that I've used hard gel, so I'm not gonna soak this off. I'm fully gonna file it off.
We're through the drilling part. Now let's do the soaking, baby. Okay, so usually these are what I use for soaking. This is like the acetone that I use. Some cotton pads that I cut into two because, you know, inflation. Time to be a cheapskate, baby. Time to be in one of those shows. Oh my goodness, those shows are insane. And then one of these little clippy things. What I do is I fold this. I put some acetone to it. And then I put this over my little finger. Then I clip it. And don't worry if it drips like that because we all know damn well that you drip on a daily basis, so okay, so we're just gonna let this soak. This is giving us some Edward Scissorhands core without the actual scissoring. Let's wait for this to actually soak. I'm gonna give it 15 minutes and I'll be right back. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to be using this Orly pusher. And it has like this tip right here. And this should go like fairly quick and easy. Okay, so now that that's done, now that we have this crusty, dusty old nails. Oh, and also, by the way, I do have to say that I have done my nails before. I did start about like 3-4 months ago. But the thing is, like, this is the first time that I'm gonna be filming this. I think it's gonna be more chaotic because I have to look at the camera. I have to talk to you guys. It's not like I don't talk by myself because, you know, psych problems, I guess. What we're gonna do next is we're gonna do nail prep. I love doing those Russian nail preps. I don't really like using one of those cuticle remover liquid stuff. It just doesn't work for me. I don't think it looks good. I like doing the Russian manicure thing, okay? Okay, so I'm going to be using a mandrel bit with a 240 grit sanding band. So what I'll do is I'll set my drill to about like 4 or 5 RPM for this one. And I just go over where I feel like there's still gel. There we go. See, that's way cleaner. And you're also kind of buffing your nails at the same time. Do make sure that you don't press too harsh when you're doing this and that your RPMs are actually low. Especially if you have thinner nails like me, it's gonna burn if you overdo it. Oh, and by the way, this finger is significantly shorter than this finger, and that's always been. That's actually like an inherited thing from family. I have cousins that are like this, my mom's like this, so gonna brush it. And now we're gonna be doing my favorite part, which is cuticle care, which is like cuticle death because I like killing my cuticles. This bit specifically is actually from Colure, and it's a Filipino brand. I think Melody Susie has a good flame bit, so yeah, I'll try to link that down below as well. Okay, so usually when I do this, I make sure that I'm not pointing the bit downwards because it's gonna create rings of fire. So I just put it as flat as I could to my nail bed, just like that. Okay, so let's just brush that out. I'm gonna switch my bit from a flame bit to one of these cylindrical bit. It's also from Colure. I go over it slowly, and what it does is that it removes the dead skin. There we go. You guys see that lifting? Okay, I'm gonna put it closer to the camera so you guys can see, but it's definitely lifting right here. I'm also going to be using one of these lint-free pads. Period. You see how clean that is? That's how you do it. You hold. Now I'm just going to do the same thing on the other side. Wish me luck. Okay, so that took a millennia, but we're through it. And it should all look clean. There we go. Clean nails. I'm going to start with this hand in particular because I can't work on 2 hands at the same time. I'm just not at that level just of yet. I'm actually gonna wear this because, you know, skin safety, whatever. Okay, I do have to remind everyone that you have to have one of these big nail lamps in order for you to actually cure your nails to the full extent, because if you don't actually cure your nails, that can lead to allergies, which we don't want. Really quickly, I'm gonna go with a nail dehydrator. You can also use one from Born Pretty. I'm not even gonna be careful because who cares? So after using the nail dehydrator, I'm gonna use this Just Nail Ultra Bond primer. So when you're applying primer, make sure you don't get it on your actual skin. My biggest secret to making my nails last is to actually use a rubber base coat. I always use this, whatever nail style I'm going for, whether it's like hard gel or Gel-X. Okay, so we're just gonna cure that really quickly. So I cure it for 60 seconds. Pay attention to what the bottle says or the instructions because each nail company has different rules. So yeah. The hard gel that I'm gonna be using is by Model 1s. I did custom the color. I added a little bit of white to it, so now it's like kind of like a milky white. So it looks like that. So the paper forms that we're going to be using is from Shein. I'm going to link this down below, but this is like the best paper form that I've ever tried. We're going to break this. It should break fairly easily. You have to make sure that they kind of match, I guess. Okay, so now we have our pre-formed form. We kind of have to make sure that it goes under the nail. The nail should not go below it. You give that a little squish. Make sure that that's straight, even though you're far from straight.
Happy gay month, cause you know you gay and stuff.
Okay, so your form should look like that. Okay, some other stuff that you might need is one of these. And these are really just a way to pinch your nail because we want to make it look curvy. You'll also need one of these crystal flakes. We want to put this to make our nails look more periwinkle. We want to make our nails look sparkle to the gods down boots. I'm gonna grab my hard gel. I'm gonna grab a good amount. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start extending this nail. One more. So long as you got the shape down, we're gonna file this anyways later, so it's fine. Don't be too harsh on yourself, darling. There we go. So that should be our first base of the extension. So I'm just gonna cure that really quickly for 60 seconds. This might sting for a bit, but we love the pain, so. Okay, so now that that's cured, this should be hard already. We're just gonna remove the form below it. Okay, so for me, I don't feel like this is enough of a curve. So I grab this and then I try to like bend this, kind of like give it that curve effect. Make sure you don't hurt yourself though, because this can get painful. Moving on, we want to add hard gel to this top part right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a slip layer first. You just want to lay it over everything, just so the bigger bulk of gel will have something to slide onto. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab a bigger bulk of gel right here. Okay, so this might be too much. This won't harden till you cure it, so it's fine to have situations like this. Okay, so back to the bulk. You kind of push that towards the top, so it will kind of turn into like an apex. And we're just gonna drag it down. You can see right here, I've only just added the apex. Cure that for another 60 seconds. Okay, so after that, we want to grab our shimmer flakes. I'm going to be using this pinkish purple blue tone hue right here. Then I will mainly put it on the edge of the nail. Okay, so what I do after that is that I punch it in with my finger. You do have to do your best to like flatten it as much as possible. And we kind of encapsulate that. Be really careful when we do this step because we don't want to drag those little flakes as well. Don't drag too much, okay? So now that we've encapsulated that, I know that looks so messy. Trust me, later when we file it, it's gonna be there. Let's now cure that for another 60 seconds. So just to prevent touching those little sticky parts, we're just gonna rub it with rubbing alcohol. Cool. Now we're just gonna repeat the process for all of the nails. Okay, so I know these looks crazy. I get it. Chill out. It's gonna look great. What we're gonna be doing next is we're actually gonna file these babies and shape them to the woods. I'm gonna grab an 80 by 80 file just because I want to go through them quick.
Okay, so what I'm doing right here is I'm dulling the edges of my file because I don't want it to hurt me, and also I can't speak because this dust collector is so loud. Anyways, back to shaping my nails. We're going for a square look, so that's why I'm starting with the sides, making sure that they're straight as they can ever be, hunty. Of course, we don't ignore the bottom part. We love bottoms. We make them straight. Just kidding. We hate conversion therapy, but honestly though, we need to make this nail straight, so that's why we have to keep it straight. You can also play with like different positions and stuff. If you feel like doing gymnastics, then that's on you, sissy girl. Okay, I'm not even kidding. Please be careful when you're trying to file near your cuticles because that hurts more than being ghosted, okay? Okay. Okay, so we're gonna work on the top part, making sure that it doesn't look like Barney's belly. We don't want that. But seriously speaking though, looking for the perfect nail shape actually comes when you practice a lot. Okay, so we're at a crucial step. I can't joke around, but this is the most important part in actually creating a square nail, and that is shaping the tip. Angle your nail file this way, it's way better. Okay, now it's time to reassess all your life decisions. Am I at a better place? Have I been the problem all along? And if the answer is no, then you're probably good to go. Ooh, look at that belly right there. That's what you call sickening, sickening. Now you have to do that to all your fingers. Good luck.
After filing, we're gonna just seal the cuticles using this cuticle bit right here. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna buff it with this like buffing block, I guess. And this is just so it goes smoother, really. Next step that we're gonna be taking is we're gonna cover it with clear gel. I'm gonna be using this Orly Gel FX top coat. I'm gonna wear my little glovey gloves again. In for 60 seconds. Okay, so honestly, this on itself looks so cute already. Like, look at that. But I've been really wanting to add these butterfly stickers to it, particularly the pink and the purples. So while I'm actually putting in the butterflies, I do kind of want to get like vulnerable with you guys in a sense, I guess. Butterflies are actually very significant in my life. I actually love butterflies in a sense that they signify transformation. And I feel like a big chunk of my life's theme is like transformation for whatever reasons. Literally, when I transitioned, it was like a pretty big thing for me. Just me seeing butterflies go through metamorphosis, being just a caterpillar to this gorgeous butterfly really resonated with me because growing up as a kid, I was very restricted. So I never really was able to like express myself. It's a hard journey, to say the least. It's literally the reason why I'm in love with butterflies. At this moment, I've also experienced like a lot of shifts with my career. I've literally just lost my job. One thing about me is that my job is my priority. A part of me thinks like there's this big purpose for me, you know? But also in a way, like when I lost my job, it felt like kind of right in a sense. Also, I hope you guys are actually okay during March of 2025. Like, the transits that we're having at the moment is literally no joke. Like, why are we having like a gajillion retrogrades? Like, hello? Okay, so now that we have our butterflies on, I'm actually going to be attaching some rhinestones. And these are Swarovski, you know, Swarovski crystals from my hometown in Russia. Really pretty. Oh my gosh. So I'm gonna be using Crystal Shimmer. The way I'm gonna put it on is I'm gonna use this dotting tool and then this rhinestone glue. I'm gonna grab some glue on this dotting tool, putting it on the area where I'm gonna put the rhinestone. I'm gonna put it here. Now I'm just gonna grab a rhinestone and then we put it there. Okay, there we have it. Our first set of rhinestones. And they're Swarovski. They're so sparkly. Goodness. So we're going to cure that. I'll just say 10 seconds for now. Okay, so I'm just gonna cure everything now for 60 seconds. Okay, so next is we're gonna grab a builder gel. You can use a builder in a bottle. I got this one from Orly. It's the builder in a bottle gel FX. And we're also gonna be using a liner brush like this one. And this is just to actually seal those little corners that we use those rhinestones for. I'll put some builder on a mixing plate. Use my skinny little brush like me. And then I'll start literally going on the corners. Don't go over the gems because they will look crazy if you do. I'm gonna cure that for 10 seconds just so it doesn't move. Okay, so now to seal everything in, I'm going to put top coat, but I will be skipping the parts that has the crystals. They tend to lose the shine if you do that. By the way, if you guys are wondering, I'm using JL Essentials for this one. This is a steel top coat, like a super strong one. Okay, so that should be everything. Let's cook that in for 60 seconds. This is worth noting, even though they're saying it's a no-wipe top coat or a non-wipe top coat, you should still wipe it. I've heard a TikToker say it, so I'm just not trying to pull any punches right here, you know? Okay, so now I have to do that to my other hand. Wish me luck. I'll try to do it off camera, or maybe I'll film it, who knows, but wish me luck. I might look different once I return. Different in sense where like it's a different hair or something, but like it's still me. So I'll see you guys then. Okay, so after 7 business days, we're finally done with my other hand. And this is what they look like. Aren't they just gorge? The last thing that we're gonna be doing is putting on some hand lotion. I'm going to be using the L'Occitane Cremains Hand Cream 20% shea butter. But yeah, this is what I'm gonna be using. I'm gonna put like a liberal amount of this, you know? And this is just to really pamper your hands, you know? Putting it in that much trauma, putting it inside that UV lamp for 7,777 times. Okay, so the next product that we're gonna be using is this Cusio Naturel Luxury Spa Cuticle Revitalizing Oil, Vanilla Bean, and Sugar. And that is to save your cuticles because we put them through a lot. You know, trying to be Russian and all, with all those Russian nail prep. I kid you not, this smells like that old Victoria's Secret vanilla lace perfume. If you've had that back in high school, trust me, you're gonna love this. Okay, so we're just gonna put this on our cuticle. And we're just gonna be rubbing that in because we know damn well that you love rubbing one out. Okay, there we have it, guys. That's our nails. I'm gonna give you guys some more close-up shots in 3, 2, 1, bam. Okay, so that is it, guys. That is honestly all the therapy that I can give you today for now. Because let's be honest, you're watching this video to cope and pretend like you're not going through a mental breakdown. But hey, no judgment. I'm in the same boat. But for those of you who are actually gonna do those nails, these nails, please tag me on social media. And I know I seem rude for not introducing myself, but my name's Zen. I mean, hello. My personality is literally way off of that. I'm not sure if there's anything specific in my life that is Zen at the moment. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video because this video took out 7 years out of my lifespan to create. So glad you can spend your time with me. I'll see you on the next one. Bye. Also subscribe because I don't want to be controlling and I don't want to tell you what to do, but you better subscribe, ho. Love you.